Hey there everybody, so today's going to be a bit of an unconventional video because I don't really have a script for this. I am purely basing this off of my own thoughts and things that I have right in front of me on the screen. And today we will be talking about this so-called demon slash angel that is basically going viral on the internet right now. It was posted by Richard Christensen on Sunday this week, and at the moment I think it has close to 100,000 reshares on Facebook, and I know it's been shared onto other social media platforms because I've been finding it on Twitter, Amino, Tumblr, whatever I'm like even brushing by. Richardson has since deleted the post on Facebook. However, the photo has been everywhere. It's been taken up. I have it on my phone because I've tried like manipulating it in some ways to see if I can bring up the brightness. But overall, the biggest aspect of this story that I'm a little bit annoyed with, I'm not super annoyed, but like it's very frustrating when so many people keep bringing up like, oh hey, did you see like this demon? Like this demon's real. Like, oh, it's the end of the world. It's the apocalypse. We need to like take a step back. First off, there are way too many things that can be taken into consideration here. The biggest aspect, which most people who are psychologists, paranormal investigators, anyone between those two will know and consider, that there are things in our brains that create patterns and objects and figures that may not actually be there because we're trying to fill in the blanks. Now, this is the phenomena I talked about in a recent video, pareidolia. I still don't pronounce it right to this day. That's what it basically is. Your brain is piecing together key aspects that are missing, and it tries to make a solution for you. So this is why there's such a wide range of things that people are saying this is. It's kind of insane. I didn't realize how many there were. The one that got me into this was the whole demon aspect. Someone posted saying, hey, what is this? I commented back saying like, do we know any more aspects about this photograph? Do we know where it was taken, when it was taken? Do we know what it was taken with? Do we know if it's been manipulated in any way? Do we know the region? Can we find the street like during the daytime so we can find another photograph? Not a whole lot can be figured out. Looking into it on news outlets and looking into articles, no one's really looking into it. I can't find any significant information about it. For the most part, try to avoid them because they really just write simple stories about saying, oh, well, this thing went viral. People think it's either a demon. Some people say it's a palm tree. And that's literally what half of the news articles are writing about. And it's annoying that Fox is the first one that pops up because Fox literally wrote like a 2-paragraph thing and just posted the photograph down there. And they're getting so much traffic for that, which is kind of annoying, but whatever. There's also YouTube channels on here that are literally just typing that in. They're just putting text over this photograph and saying, hey, like, this is probably a demon. Is it a demon? Comment down below, subscribe, like, and I'm like, it gets frustrating after a while. But like I mentioned just a few moments ago, that yes, there are other aspects to this, that people are saying that it is a demon. Some people are saying that's a fallen angel. The skeptical side of the whole situation is, again, siding with the whole trying to piece things together with our brains. Others are pointing out that it is most likely a palm tree. There are a lot of different types of palm trees, especially in Arizona. I can't specifically figure out which one it could be, but looking over just a short little photo reel of different types that are native down there, I can definitely see one or two possibly making this figure. The only part that is a little confusing for me to try to find one is the base, because the base is really thin at some parts because it looks like one part is in the background. It just makes it look like there's a second leg there. If you see on the left side, there's also another pole in the background behind the figure. I think both of those are in the background where the tree is in the foreground, or the figure's in the foreground, because you can see where the right side connects down into the grass area in the middle of the street. But the types of palm trees, there are much taller ones. Clearly, people are going to point to those ones as being like, well, it can't be a palm tree. They're super tall. There's lots of types. There's shorter ones. There's fatter ones. I'm trying to look into the shorter ones, but if it is a bigger one, it's just a baby version because it does look like it bends. And the bigger ones do have those types of leaves that dip down and are bigger. So I can't specifically pinpoint a type of palm tree at the moment. Have I been saying pine tree this whole time? But I will try my best to maybe update this to see if I can find one. However, it's just a little difficult because, again, there's nothing. The whole figure just seems to be blacked out. The only thing that indicates possibly a palm tree is the symmetrical leaves and the ribbing in the left leaf wing, whatever, that I'm pointing out right now, if you can see on the screen. But I just want to run through some of the hilarious things that people apparently think this is, starting off with the most ridiculous one that I found on Inverse article on inverse.com. So apparently people think that there is some, quote, evidence of the Dark Lord, and then the next thing they write is that people are even commenting saying, oh my gosh, the Yukio Obelisk, the Tormentor is here. And I just find this so fun. I don't know why I do. But other people are even saying that it could be a Babylonian god, and they're referring specifically to Pazuzu, which, I don't know. Just ignore that, which is ironic because I'm in the works of making something for Pazuzu at the moment. I'm just so fed up at the moment. It's everywhere. Mainly for me because obviously I follow a lot of the people that will probably retweet this or just repost this, so this is probably why I'm seeing it more frequently than other people. But it is very odd that this is blowing up, guys. Like, this is everywhere. This was on the front page of my YouTube for a while, and I wasn't even following channels that were detailing it. This was just like a recommended thing, and I was like, what the heck? I already saw this. I already disproved this, and I was just so annoyed. And now I'm seeing it all over the internet. I'm seeing that big news organizations are actually looking into this, like Fox, The Mirror. You have other smaller internet-based ones, like I said with Inverse. You got Daily Mail and all those types of things. It's significant to me, the fact that a lot of the people that I'm noticing that are talking about it, not talking about the news outlets, like the YouTube channels, I'm talking about there are YouTube videos that are getting hundreds of thousands, if not close to 1 million. There were a few that were getting close to 1 million on this video, or not this video, but this topic, and they provided no information on this, and it's very irritating because I figured this community would be free of that, and I'm starting to notice that it's not now. But even typing into Google right now, demon in Arizona, there are over 13 million results that popped up. That is insane. That is insane, and I just can't. I'm like ranting at this point. The information that I provided earlier is all I have at the moment. I'm going to tie this up because if I keep going, I'm going to be ranting for hours. It's just something that personally I felt like I need to point out. I needed to inform you guys about the possibility that there are other things that could explain away photographs like this. Again, it's just one photograph. We don't even have more than that. I just wanted to point out the things that other places, other channels, other articles are not always, I'm saying a few of them do, not always putting into consideration, such as the brain trying to figure things out, pareidolia, the possibility of a pine tree, possibility that this was photoshopped, possibility that this could be anything but a demon or angel. I'm not saying that it's not, I'm not saying that it is, but I'm saying that we need to consider a lot more than just one option and then resharing that multiple times in order to get more traffic to either your account or your video. And I'm even seeing things about like Mothman in here. It's not. Stop. Like, just take a step back, take a breather. 2017 just started. Let's calm down. The end of the world is not happening just yet, but we'll see. Until then, I'll try to keep this video updated in the description. I'm not going to talk about this on future videos because unless something like significant happens, just look into the description if you want, and I'll be updating it with timestamps of when I found that information. Again though, thank you for watching this video. If you guys really did enjoy it, do some research of your own, see what you can find, see what any information you can find. I would love to hear it. My email should be in the description below. If anything, I'll update the description for you, and until then, hopefully we figure out what the truth about this is, and hopefully Richard, or Robert, was it Robert, comes clean about what this actually is and stops all this hype that his channel or his Facebook page has created. Until then, I will see you guys. Have an awesome weekend and stay spooky.